Hi, I'm here with myself. I'm 101 Crunchy. You might have seen me former in a video with my cat Small Fry. Anyway, this is a video on energy and what it is. So we got a question from Tom Sawyer. Sorry, Tom. Yeah. So he asked, what is energy, and would you kind of describe it? Well, there are different types of energy. If you excuse me for a minute, I actually can give you some examples of what energy is. For example, this pen has potential energy. When I drop it, it has the energy and potential to fall. The energy can be very fun. Or, here's an experiment. Now, today I'm going to show you an experiment that I did in my own science class. I really did do this in science class. Okay. Oh dear, I just blocked the camera. Okay. I'm charging this. Okay. Well, I don't have it exactly set up, so maybe that would help. Alright. Well, do I have like a race car? I don't know. Sorry, just don't look for a minute, sorry. Just another second, I am very sorry, I'm a little disorganized in this video. Okay. Okay, here you go. Let's work. Okay, this is a Zuzu pet. People have bought them and they're very fun. Look, just watch this. This is not the experiment. I just want to say, oh great, I'm so sorry. I didn't even show you what just happened. So ready? Watch the Zuzu pet. As you can see, this might actually be a very good Small Fry segment, so stay tuned. Okay. See, okay, that had the potential energy to actually go. See, it had the potential energy to move at the speed. That would be called speed. I'm sorry, I thought there was a different word for that. What?
Velocity.
Velocity. I'm sorry. Thank you, Anonymous. Okay, 1 minute. One thing I'd really like to say is potential energy can be really fun if you are creative with it. Okay, a way to be creative with potential energy is to learn to do experiments. For example, bowling. Did you know that can be an science experiment? Alright. For example, say I had a bowling ball in my hand. Hello, hands, wave to the crowd. Hello, okay. If I had a bowling ball in my hand, wait a minute, excuse me. Oh, I have a ball. If, say I had a bowling ball, and there were pins, like you play on the Wii, or you play with your friends when you go to a bowling rink. If I brought a bowling pin with myself, okay, so I'm sorry, my hand's in the way, I think. Oh my god. Right, so I have a bowling ball. I roll the bowling ball, and I hit that with the pins. Now, when I hit the pins down, that is it starts as potential energy, but it. Sorry. Excuse me. Okay, but it ends in kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is a very good question that people ask. Do we all think about it every day? Do we always want to think, what's kinetic energy? Is this kinetic energy? What I'm doing, and no one ever thinks about it. So you do a science experiment with your teacher. I did this science, I'm not going to do the exact experiment right now, but if you stay tuned on my later videos, you might see one. Let me get a piece of paper out, and I'll show you guys what I mean. 1 sec. Just 1 sec.
The kid a camera, stuff for angio.
I know, it's just practice. Okay. Alright, I'm back. So, kinetic energy. See, I'm not going to show you guys about this whole paper because I would give you the answer. So, kinetic energy. There's a law of conservation energy. So before I even start, there's just certain things I want to go over. Have you ever heard of the law of conservation of energy? Sorry, has a little pronouncing problem with that. Alright. Does anyone know what that is? Alright. Think to yourself for about 30 seconds. What is kinetic energy? I'm sorry, law of conservation energy. I'm going to go on. I know that was not even close to 30 seconds, but I'm just going to go on, and you guys can pause the video if you ever really want to actually question yourself about this. And I hope you guys are creative with this, because this can be really fun. So, law of conservation of energy, it is this. This is what it is. So, listen carefully and see if you have it right. This is a really good way to quiz yourself. You have a quiz or something, because I'm taking this right off a worksheet. It states that the total, sorry, let me just turn this way so I can look at you guys. States that the total amount of energy in a system cannot be created or destroyed. Now, that law, okay, for example, we have a law. Can we speed? And if we're in a rush, beep, beep, I need to go to the market, I need to go to the market. See, this is also potential energy because I'm moving. I'm doing like, okay, for example, can I put this somewhere? No. Alright, I'm just going to put this here for like a minute. Just see if I can put this really quick word. Maybe understand. Okay, it's not gonna work. Okay. For example, something I want to show you guys. So, oh my gosh. Alright, so the law of conservation, it's like a law in life. You have to follow the laws or you're gonna have consequences. Like in school. If I do something wrong, am I gonna have a consequence? Yes, I'm gonna have a consequence. Hello, it's like common sense. So, what I'd like to say is this. So the law of conservation energy means the law of conservation of energy is this. It states that in a textbook or on a worksheet, you can Google it. I love Google. Google, we all love Google. It states that it cannot be created or destroyed. But here's where your part comes in. It may be paused. Okay, for example, this is moving. I'm using energy. But if I stop my hand moving right now, see how I stopped my hand? It's paused. It's paused, and now I'm moving it again, and I've created it. But it cannot be destroyed or created. See, I know I just said I created energy, but I didn't create it. I used it. Energy is everywhere we go. For example, flip-flop. We all like them. They flip-flop. If I dropped it, it had the potential energy to fall. Let me see if I can show you. Now, you're probably wondering what kinetic energy is because I started stating it at the beginning of the video, and you might not know it. You might have stopped the video to Google it, or you might not. So here's where kinetic energy is. Kinetic energy is the energy of motion that has the ability to act to a force on matter that has contact with it. So anything that has contact with it and that has motion has the ability to have force. And it might be confusing you, so if I'm confusing, I'm very sorry. And kinetic energy is energy in motion. So pretty much this is what kinetic energy is. We all have gym whatever grade you're in, it depends on what you're doing. So I have kinetic energy to move. When I run, I'm running. I have the kinetic energy to run. But then when I stopped, I had the potential energy to stop. And then you're wondering what is potential energy. Now, if you've been listening carefully, you might know it, but sometimes you just don't get it. Like, I can understand that. Potential energy is energy that is into the position or condition of an object. I'm going to repeat that. Potential energy is the energy that is due to the position or condition of an object. So, it's pretty much potential energy. Anything that can do something. We all have potential. So, I have the potential. Yes, I have kinetic energy to run, but I have the potential to stop. I'm not out of control. I have the potential to stop. See, I can stop the video any minute, but I'm not gonna because I'm in the middle of it. I'm doing it. So I have potential energy to do anything. Anything you set your mind to, you can do. And anything has energy in it. It's true. Even a blink, you're having potential energy to move your eyes. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so, and I'm gonna ask you guys a little trivia question. I'm gonna read off a worksheet. What happens to the potential energy of a falling object as it's